Okay, so writing this half-assed script, it took me a while, and I wanted to just get it done with to share what my thoughts and opinions are about the new player experience in Counter-Strike now that I played it for the past week-ish, oftenly enough to basically form a opinion about it. Now when I say like the past week, I basically mean that I've been on a constant grind of it again. I've already played this game for years before on a really high level, but now I got back into it and it made me think, wow, new players must have it really rough. And in this list that's gonna follow now is basically gonna be a list of my own thoughts and opinions on why that may be. Why the new players may not enjoy Counter-Strike as much as some others might. So you put up Counter-Strike after being told by your friends from Valorant, let's say it's like, hey, let's go play Counter-Strike. It's Counter-Strike 2 released, so that must mean it's really hip and trendy and all of that. So might as well try it out, right? Well, let me blow the fun here. Let me just ruin it as I would. Counter-Strike 2 is in reality not a free-to-play game. Let me explain. So, unlike Valorant, where if you download Valorant, you essentially also get the kernel level anti-cheat, which is really good. And you basically get access to competitive and all of its modes instantly. Well, not on CS2 you don't. On Counter-Strike 2 you have essentially a free-to-play model and Prime. Now what is Prime? And what the fuck does it mean? Why does it separate you from the free-to-play players? When you're a free-to-play player, you have essentially no access to competitive game modes. You cannot play anything except casual, deathmatch, and well, they are not in the game right now. You will be later on be able to play in community servers, but that's about it. Your matchmaking will essentially be flooded with other people who do not have Prime. You cannot be matched with someone like one of your friends if they bought Prime. You essentially will not be able to sit in the same lobby. Your lobbies will be filled with a lot of smurfs and a bigger influx of cheaters because VAC anti-cheat sucks. And of course, for cheaters who don't wish to invest money into the game, they will cheat in free-to-play lobbies, so that's not gonna be fun. And with that comes, well, the toxicity. Let's get into that part, that's fun. So, in my time of playing this game, my god, people are fucking toxic, okay? People are really toxic in Counter-Strike, to new players especially. Because no matter what your hours may show, and even if you tell them, hey, I'm new to the game, please be nice. They don't give a shit. A lot of them won't. A lot of them will judge you, they will dictate you, and as well, if it may come to pass, they're gonna vote kick you out. Already happened a few times to my friends. I know how it is. It's horrible. You can't even learn the game because of its own player base. It fucking sucks. It ruins your fun. Another thing that, like, whenever you begin a new Counter-Strike account, essentially, you are, even if you buy Prime, let's say you swiped your credit card, you're a new player. The new player is like, okay, I bought Prime. That means I'm free now. I can play competitive and you know, be free of cheaters and stuff like that. Okay, let me tell you this, okay? So, yes, you're free. However, now, since Counter-Strike 2 is out, there is Premier mode and competitive mode. essentially Premier Mode is the actual ranked which you want to play, because that's where the ranking system kicks in. But hold on, if you wish to play Premier Mode, you have to reach level 10 on your account. Now that may not sound like a lot, level 10, oh wow, that can be easily done. Well, let me ruin the fun again. The more you play the game, the less XP you earn. And that is on a weekly reset. So, the more you play, the less you earn, the slower you level up. So even if you went to grind 3 to 4 hours of deathmatch, which takes 10 minutes per match, you are still gonna come out short and needing to sink so many hours into the game to just unlock Premier Mode to play ranked against other players with your friends. Now, there is competitive game mode, which this is so confusing, by the way, I'm sorry. In the game, you essentially have Premier Mode, which is the new ranking system, and competitive mode. Competitive mode assigns you a rank based on 10 wins on a map. So you can have a rank separately on each map in the game. The game will allow you to queue competitives, but once you do, it's a good learning experience, but this is where we loop back to the player base. It just goes back to the player base being toxic to new players, in result making it really bad for you. Would I love to have my friends play the game? Like, yes, I would. But I don't want them to come into this toxic cesspool. I would essentially need to gather up a group of at least 3 people or 4 people to play the game and then have a blast. But here also comes another shtick with if you have 4 people in this game. Okay, this is like a side tangent in this little video right now, but when you have 4 people, you cannot queue in Premier Mode because you're not allowed to have a 4-party pre-made. You need a 5th person or kick someone. So now that we covered everything there is to know about Premier, free to play, and how bad it can be for new players, the general summary here is that from all of this said, if the new player comes from Valorant, wishes to invest time into Counter-Strike, they're gonna hate it. They're really gonna hate it. And they're just gonna be like, yeah, no, this game sucks. The community sucks, which is true. The gameplay itself is so boring, dull, everyone's toxic and shit. You know what? Fair arguments. A new player coming from Valorant especially will not enjoy this game as it stands right now. They may find the gunplay to be fun. If anything, it might, because that's the only thing that is consistent in this game is the gunplay, and something that it's fun to master. But other than that, I think a player that comes from that game will just stay in Valorant and never touch Counter-Strike again. That's just how that's just how it is. That's literally how it will be. Okay, well, I don't know how to conclude this video. I'm not a professional editor by any means or anything, so yeah. But if you do wish to learn Counter-Strike, let me know, as I am really open to just getting people and friends involved in this game, and I want them to learn something, because in my honest opinion, even though yes, I might be biased, and because I played a lot, but there is potential to have some great fun. But yeah, that concludes the video. Thank you everyone for watching. If you liked it, like, subscribe. Leave a comment down below on things you want me to talk about, maybe some criticism about my editing style. I know it can be improved, but you know, just give me feedback. Anyways, goodbye.
He's what? No, what? Oh, you body blocked me, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
They went down vent.